Hey guys, it's Naya at NWC Counseling, and I'm coming to you guys live this Thursday to hop on as we usually do and chat with each other about things off the couch. This month, as every month, we have a theme, and this month for November was gratitude and contentment, learning to be happy with what we have, learning to be happy with what we do, who we are, just understanding the basics of contentment, right? The first week, we dived right in and we talked about the difference between being content and complacent. The second week, we talked about why people are not happy or why you might not be happy. And we really dived into the conversation of some of these basic things that prevent us from experiencing contentment and happiness. And some of those things were, we talked about a scarcity mindset, meaning that we always focus on what we don't have versus on focusing what we have, comparing ourselves to other people. So trying to keep up with the Joneses or trying our best to figure out how we stack against other people. And we also just talked about, in general, just like our own suffering, like not accepting things, right? But this week, I wanted to talk with you guys quickly about what it would be like to experience some more barriers, specifically these barriers about suffering and sabotage. So I talked about that last week, but this video will only be about, this live session is only about sabotage and suffering, because these are such a huge component of preventing people to be happy. So we talked about sabotage, and we've talked about it before in different ways, right? So sabotage is anytime you are going through something and you begin to doubt yourself, you begin to pick things apart, you begin to kind of discount the good things or the thing that is happening to you to the point where you sabotage it, right? You decide this is not what I'm going to do, or you decide this is not working for me, or this will not work for me, and you sabotage it. So we talked about last time, for example, you're going on a date, you met someone, they're great. I just used this in an example today, and things are working really well, and you're getting scared because you're like, oh my God, I'm getting really vulnerable. Like, what if this actually works out? And you then tell your best friend, I actually broke up with that person because their toes were like uneven. It was like this is like the big toe, and this is the other toe, and it wasn't gonna work for me, right? That might have been sabotage, because in the hindsight of grand scheme of things, was the toe a big deal? Like, probably not. But because you were so fearful of it going actually well, you sabotage it yourself. One, it's a control issue, self-sabotage. We sabotage so that nothing else can happen and we can say we ruined it, or we can say, oh, well, this went to crap, because we're scared. Then the second part is suffering. Now, let me tell you guys about suffering, okay? So I have a friend, she's a therapist, and she gave me this book, like she recommended this book a long time ago. It's a workbook, and I still use it. There's a whole section on suffering, and there's 4 reasons why people suffer. I'm gonna tell you guys those reasons right now, okay? Give me a second, I'm gonna grab the book, all right? All right, here's the book. My friend Dominique, she had recommended me this book. It's called How You Do Anything is How You Do Everything. It's a workbook, right? And you can see I have all these tabs. These are all the tabs that I constantly go to as a therapist, for resources. But the page that I stay on is this page right here. Pulling it up. I really should have prepped for I got on here. Totally behind. This page right here. This is a long blurb. We're not going to read all this. But let me read you the 4 reasons why human beings suffer, the cause of suffering from this book, okay? One of the reasons why we suffer and why we stay discontent, right? Not getting what we want. When we don't get what we want, we stay in a place of suffering. Things are not happening the way that we want them to happen. People aren't acting the way we want them to act, and now we are suffering, okay? Number 2, getting what you want and not being satisfied with it. Easy example. Think about going shopping. I really want to go shopping. If I just go shopping, I'll feel so much better. If I just get this brand new car, I'll feel so much better. If I just get whatever type of materialism, I'll feel better. You get it, and guess what? You don't feel that great about it, right? Because you start to suffer. Then you suffer because you did all this, you got it, you went into debt, whatever the case may be, and it wasn't even what you thought it was going to be like, or it didn't help resolve the issue. Having to endure the absence of those or that which you love. We also suffer or find ourselves in great discontentment when we can't be with the people we love or doing the things that we love, suffering. Lastly, having to endure the presence of those or that which you do not love. So it's the opposite of the third one, right? That means having to endure being around people that you just don't like. You suffer. These are all the different reasons why you suffer. But here's the quick, fast, nasty answer to suffering. If you find that you're suffering, it's because you're not accepting. You're just not at a place where you're accepting that this is happening in your life. And for some people, when they hear the word acceptance, it means that they're saying, this is how it's going to be the rest of my life. That is not what acceptance is, or this means that this person is right. That's not what acceptance is. It just means that when you're able to accept that these are the circumstances you're under, that it is what it is. Like sometimes we have to accept the fact that we don't have the people we love with us anymore, or that we have to be around people that we really don't like, or that we invested in something that really didn't turn out the way we wanted to, or that we didn't get to get something that we wanted. But it doesn't have to change our contentment. Remember, happiness is a fleeting emotion. Contentment means that you feel stable. You are content with what you have. You are content, but you are growing in areas. It's an acceptance of what you have in front of you, not comparing yourself to other people, but understanding and realizing that what you have is valuable, and even what you don't have, you have an opportunity to get, or you can try to find things that help you or things that you have control of, put it that way. That might be a better way to say it. So the things that you don't have control over, you'll have to focus on what you do have control on. And that really helps with the contentment issue. Guys, that's all I have for today. I'm making it really quick today because I have to be somewhere. But things to do for this month, because we're finishing up this month actually. I don't even think we're doing a last week. I think this is the last week of it because of next week is the holiday, and I think the week after that it's already freaking December. Isn't that crazy? So for December we'll have a whole new theme, and I can't wait to share it with you guys. But for the month of November, we're just ending it on a note of gratitude. So if you haven't already, take out some notes and some paper and start jotting down what you have gratitude for. If you haven't already, it's almost Thanksgiving. Take some time to jot down what you are grateful for. Words can't talk at night. Yes. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you are catching the replay, thank you for watching. Please drop some comments if you want to put what you're grateful for right here in the comment section. Please do so I can know what people are grateful for, and so that I can be grateful for it if it's something that I've shared too. Otherwise, you guys have a great night, and I will see you guys in 2 weeks. Have a great Thanksgiving. Sign up for my e-course if you haven't already. If you're a wife, if you want to be a wife, if you're almost married, if you've been married for 10 years, you just got married, engaged to be married, sign up for our e-course. It starts on Monday, so you can enroll. The information is on our website. It's also on our Facebook page. And make sure you add some friends if you haven't already shared this with some of your other married or newly married or engaged friends as well. All right, guys, have a good night.